The leg drag is an effective guard pass, but it's more than that. The position that we're going to get to, what we call the leg drag position, is also a hub, where once we get to that leg drag position, we can pass the side control, we can pass the mount, we can initiate leg entanglements, we can take the back. And so the leg drag hub, which we're going to be in at the end of this pass, is something that I want everybody to pay close attention to, because we're going to have several videos that give you some options from there. But we have to get there first. And so there are a lot of different ways to leg drag. I'm going to show you two, one of which is gi specific, one of which is not, and both of which you can work on just with a partner around your house. So if Jesse is on his back, a lot of times, if I'm standing, partners are going to put their feet on my hips, and that's where we're going to drill our first leg drag. I'm going to show the move, and then I'm going to walk you through it. I think you'll understand why it's called the leg drag, because I'm just going to drag his leg across my body. Very similar to an arm drag. The only difference is his arm and my arm are roughly the same size. Jesse's arm is much bigger than mine, but it's going to be really rare that you're able to just drag someone's leg without giving yourself leverage, technique, and a mechanical advantage. So how do we do that? If my partner starts with their feet on the hips, I'm going to get my grips. You can grab the gi here. I'm not going to, because this move works both gi and no gi, and this is the way I prefer to do it regardless. My hand comes across, palm up, underneath his Achilles. My other hand touches his knee outside. Notice how I'm lowering my level too. Grip, grip, change my level. After I change my level, I'm going to pop my hips forward like I'm doing a kettlebell swing, which pushes his knees back toward him. And then I'm going to move my hips back, which allows me to drag my leg, drag his leg. My elbow goes right in front of his knee, and if he has a gi, I'll grip his collar. If not, I'll come two hands to the biceps, just walk to the right. You can see how Jesse's spine is now misaligned, and if he tries to move, it's very difficult and kind of a little painful. A little preview, the way that he recovers is if I let this knee open back up. And now he's got to guard again. So we're not going to let that happen. Let's scooch a little bit this way. I want to talk you through some details about how we can get that pass and how we can avoid that problem. So, cross grip, outside grip. Other folks do this. Some folks do it with these grips, that's fine. The reason I prefer this grip is it enables me to set up leg attacks if that's what I want later, but you can absolutely pass with these grips too. When you pop your hips forward, think about doing a kettlebell swing, because what I'm doing is I'm pushing his knees toward his chest. But now if I were to try to drag his leg, there's all this in the way, so I need to move my hips back. And as I move my hips back, he doesn't have purchase, meaning he doesn't have anything for his foot to grip onto to stop me from dragging his leg across. Last thing, remember that I said the way he stops this is to open his knee back this way. I can never let his knee be unblocked. I can be blocking it with this elbow, this hand, some combination of both. But I can't let his knee open. Now, I'm just going to walk in a straight line on the side. People control this position in a variety of ways, from putting this knee on the mat to posting that knee back toward his foot. We'll go over some of those options later, but for now, what I want you to do is pin his leg with this knee while posting up on this right knee. No gi, we're going to want to have our hands on his biceps, because now Jesse can't grip us, and you see how that keeps his spine misaligned? In the gi, a lot of people will, and I will do this too, get the collar grip. And did you notice when I do go for the collar grip, I can't do this, because then he opens his knee, right? So I have to keep my chest, hand, then elbow, just stopping his knee from getting him the ability to recover. Last thing for now, then we'll go over some more details. The easiest way for me to pass, gi or no gi, is to simply pass the side control this way, because there's no leg in the way. So I'm going to put my hand behind his leg, behind his head, come to my side control position. That hub that we got to, that leg drag hub, we can rest there for a while because he's not going anywhere. And we can choose whether we want to come to side control in that way, whether we want to go to mount, which we'll do in another video, or whether we want to choose some of the other attacking options. The most important thing right now is to get to the leg drag hub. So let's do it a couple more times, 2 different angles. You can see Jesse has feet on the hips. If I were to try to drag his leg, it's going to be hard. People are really good about keeping their feet on your hips. Cup, cup. Kettlebell swing, drag. It only works because I give space, then I take space away. Elbow comes in front. Notice I'm blocking it with 2 elbows, 2 hands rather. hands come in here, I walk, crab walk to the side. This is the position that we're calling the leg drag hub. For no gi, 2 hands on the biceps. In the gi, I can grab his collar and put my elbow on top of his knee, so if he tries to open his leg, he's really not going anywhere, it's just not pleasant. To come to side control, remember there's nothing blocking my path to side control here. I want to make sure that this hip stays blocked. So before I move, my hand is going to come behind his leg, so if he tries to open his leg, it doesn't work. I'm always blocking the hip there. I'm going to show one other quick variation on this, on getting the drag, and then we'll get more into the leg drag position in subsequent videos. So that move works both gi and no gi, right? At no point do I touch the gi unless I choose to grab the collar at the end. Another way we can leg drag is a cross grip leg drag. Cross grips are really powerful. And one of the reasons that we don't want people to get cross grips on our sleeve, Jesse gets cross grip on my sleeve, he can always expose my back, right? If I don't have an anchor. If I get a cross grip on his pants, I can do the same mechanic with a free hand, pop the hips forward, drag. And now I don't even have to worry about his knee coming in front because, as you can see, I've sort of locked out my arm. I'm going to show that from another angle. The gi gives us a real shorthand for some of the other mechanics that we're using, like where I would use 2 hands if I didn't have a gi grip. I can just get this cross grip. Hips come forward, drag. And you see how I shelve his knee on my own leg? Now if Jesse tries to get his leg back, I should walk to the side. One last angle, because I want to see what I'm doing, how I'm locking out this arm like this. Hips come forward, drag. See how my arm is locked out? So if he tries to pull his knee back to his chest, really difficult. And I just melt my leg down into the leg drag position. So, the most important step is getting to that leg drag hub. From there, taking side control is easy, and there are lots of other options as well. So, try it out. Let me know what you think.